So we should almost be completely ready. Wait, let me point this properly to my mouth. Yeah, but I need first to do some potato cleaning on my potato glasses, because potato forgets to potato clean potato stuff is potato crazy, you know? Potato. Man, I have time yet. Beating, my basic potato beating. My man, how beautiful it is to forget to everybody tries to clean the stuff. Potato stuff. Oh no, I can hear it. I can hear the green grocer approaching. I love this. I love when something like that happens. It doesn't make me get angry at all. Even less because I know that I will have to use even less. So you should probably think about this and clean. I don't know. Well, I mean, I know why they're getting so full of dirt, let's say, my potato glasses, and I can see shit I didn't probably clean. Give me this one. I need to do this because if not, I will be potato blind on this potato morning. Potato. End of potato galaxy also. I will argue, you know. So yeah, nice. So with that said, no, wait. No. Okay, yeah, here we are. No, wait. One second, we have some more problems on Paradise, or something like that. Anyways, here we are. Transition. Wow. Here we are. Another beautiful morning. I guess sadly I am close to muting because yeah, as I said, greengrows are approaching. As in somebody is selling stuff with an incredibly loud microphone that is going to make everything get full of noise. Anyways, yeah. Let me see. Let me try to set up these to change scenes before I have to mute. Give me a second. Transition. Okay, yeah. Well, as always, hello everybody. Later on, I guess I will probably say properly my hellos, but now I have to worry about not letting in so much fucking noise. So yeah. Did it stop? Why is it no? Okay, there it is. Did already pass by? What? Wait, what? Did already leave? What? Amazing. What a beautiful gift. My lord. My man. Blessed by the gods of the world in which we live, or something like that, I don't know. Here we are, basically. Yeah. Wow. No greengrocer problems today. Amazing, you know? One of the few things that is incredibly annoying most of the time now is not going to happen. Truly something good, something nice, something to be happy about. I don't know. Anyways, here we are. I was trying to skip it because, as I said, background noises, annoying the fuck out of me. But anyways, here we are, right? Once again, we're reunited all together to keep working on stuff like this, you know. On the last day, we tried to finish this quote-unquote piece, art, whatever it is that somebody tries to call it, and we tried to do our best show at that, but it also happened that sadly we had some incredibly big problems in the sense of they were truly not that enjoyable as, let's say like this, the different problems that ended up being created from trying to mix stuff and all of that were as annoying as they get. So yeah, now we have to preoccupy ourselves with trying to finish this first and foremost. And well, I mean, aside from that, we have been progressing very greatly with this. It took me like 3 or 4 different streams to finish this whole plaza. So yeah, with that I guess we're completely done now. I guess and I hope and I wish to not have to deal with this anymore. I am trying to add some final details to not have so many white space existing between some parts and the rest of the composition, let's say, of the plaza itself. So yeah, aside from that, we are very, very, very great, you know. Let me try it. Okay. Yeah. Aside from that, basically yes, we're doing very, very nice. It seems. And well, I don't know. It has been a long journey. Seeing that it is finally coming to a closure. I was going to say probably today. I don't know anymore. At this point, I think it will take as much as it needs to take. I guess I will hope so. And well, kind of crazy to see something like that happen. I mean, most of the time, nobody will really guess that people has the possibility of, not people, what? We have the possibility of taking as much time as we can on our different projects, and we still sometimes decide to not do so. That is the crazy thing. That we decide to not even try to go, quote unquote, properly for the amount of duration that is necessary for our different objectives, I will say. As in, I don't know, I think it is kind of nice to, not simply to believe, but rather to notice that, let's say, you can do whatever it is that you can for as much as you can, in the sense of you truly have the possibility of enjoying it, you know? And trying to attach something like a time limit is damaging to the process of creativity itself, as I would try to say it in a sense that could be more comprehensible. When you notice that what you're doing has potential and you decide to limit the potential that it can exert onto reality because you believe that you also need to take as only a certain amount of time, you might as well be destroying the real possibilities of it being as good as it can. Not because it really has to deal with the amount of time that you put equally corresponding the quality of what you're creating, but more like, how to say it? Yeah, more like you end up this quote unquote destroying the chances of its truly having something behind it that makes it work, in the sense of it's losing the quality of, or the quality, the attribute, sorry, the attribute of truly being born from a place of interest, but rather being solely created for the sake of, I don't know, doing it as fast as you can. I will, for example, say, and I mean it in the sense of most of the time you can see people being like that, as in they somehow decide that what they are creating is incapable of truly fulfilling the role that it was created with in mind. Therefore, they decide that, you know what, I will now dispose of all my creations, in the sense of I will not let them be born anymore in the way in which they can be enjoyed by everybody, but rather I will, for example, make less. Okay. I think I understand from this place. Maybe this particular worry is born from the side of you have already tried in some occasions to create anything particular that might be worth watching, consuming, or selling. And you also notice that a certain type of problem arose from doing that. And that is sometimes, as even if you create something with a true wish, let's say, and obviously a true objective in mind, even if you do it that way, it doesn't guarantee that what you did is going to be observed by anybody. And in a search for something along the lines of, let me see, can I make this consume less of my time? As it might happen that, for example, if I were to focus on doing something of that sort, I could end up creating, after finishing this particular shop, let's say, something equally good, quote unquote, good, and after creating that good thing, I can also move into another different project and repeat, rinse and repeat as much as I need, for the sake of having as many diverse projects as I can, for the sake of obviously, let's say like this, maybe it is born from a side of trying to monetize creativity, as in, I mean, sadly, it is completely true that people, or not simply people, creative people has a problem with monetizing what they are creating. Therefore, you might as well believe that you have the necessity of doing something of that sort when you find yourself not being noticed as much as you want. But I mean, I was going to resource back to the concept of you need to let it be and you need to allow it to exist in whatever way it needs to exist instead of being so needlessly worried about people noticing it or not. But I guess to a certain degree, the problem of all of those things maybe influencing you to not truly put as much quality as you want, because it is a different environment when you start to work on something from that point of view. You are no more existing on a completely free creativity based environment, let's say. Therefore, you might as well be changing the situation in which you find yourself. I will guess maybe if you didn't have to worry about taking or not taking too much time to create anything, you could say that, yeah, you can take as much time as you want. But if you are trying to create art for a living, something that rarely doesn't happen when somebody finds that they are truly creative, if you are trying to go for something of that sort, you might as well find it interesting to do your best for the sake of allowing it to be as fast as it can, quote unquote, monetize, I guess. But that same problem still holds true. I mean, sadly, what you're creating still needs to take time. And maybe, okay. Maybe not trying to find simply a middle ground, but more like trying to allow, let's say, the wishes that you hold and the desires that you find inside yourself about creating art, both of those to get mixed properly together. Maybe something of that sort is what could benefit anybody who's trying to create anything minimally artistic, let's say, as at the end of the day, you still have no necessity whatsoever of making it be worth for the rest of the world to watch, let's say, but you might as well do your best show on that, because although it can be true that you have no necessity whatsoever of serving somebody else, you still create in a world in which others observe. And if you forget about the desire of for what is it for the desire of others to observe what you create, if you forget about something like that, you might as well be kind of doomed to failure. I will say, I don't know. I don't think it is complete failure, as I will guess, yeah, something incredibly worse, like forgetting that you, for example, have the obligation to create, is more devastating than not allowing your creations to simply exist. I will try to argue, but I don't know. Kind of crazy to see it like that. And kind of crazy to see that sometimes we believe it is necessary to push ourselves or others to do more than what they can in as tiny of a time gap as they can also do, let's say, for the sake of obviously sadly focusing on a monetary enterprise. I guess in that sense, it is that now I can also understand the idea of you need to, while pursuing something of artistical style or any particular artistical endeavor, you also need to have something like a show. Because if you are going to pursue something artistical, you might as well find that most of the time you will not want to make it be worse than what it can really be, for the sake of, as I said before, getting your bills paid or something of that sort. Therefore, you might as well have, quote unquote, a desire to not let as many things as you can go wrong. Not always believing that you need to worry yourself with stuff of that sort, but simply that in most of the occasions you will just notice that not everything can go as good as it could be going. And in that sense, yeah, it is that the randomness of life plays a big factor, I would say. Not because, yeah, everything is random, but rather because truly you can't control every single outcome that happens, even more if it is based on others, I would say. But I don't know. Kind of crazy to see it from that point of view. I guess, yeah, kind of impossible for some people even to integrate that into their realities. I mean, how can you truly show others that if they were to take more time on their work and allow it to be as good as it can be, they will get all the benefits without any of the negative parts? And I guess, for example, something that might as well be correlated with that idea is maybe if you were to allow that to happen, you can also notice that sometimes what gets born from inside of you, that is the desire to make a good, a worthy enough job that others can enjoy, is also born from the notion of you lacking those proper tools and those proper understandings on your reality, let's say, when most of the time it simply happens that you somehow find yourself struggling with, I don't know if it is a comprehension or more like you yeah, it isn't that you don't understand it, it's simply that you don't have those tools to work on anything of that sort. If you were to value them as valuable as they really are, to have as many possibilities as you can onto creating anything, let's say. But I don't know, kind of crazy to see it from that point of view also. So yeah, let me take a creative break, quote unquote. I want to finish this. Greta, don't crash, my man. Greta, we were doing so great, Greta. Why are you trolling me, Greta? Okay, Greta. I love Greta. Let me drink some mate. Well. Okay, we're back, but let me also drink mate. Wow. Yeah, okay, here we are. I guess, yeah. I want to put some color between stuff because I noticed I lack that. I didn't notice that I lack that, so to speak. I guess over here and over here, like this, yeah. And a little bit, I guess, over here like this. And over here, and yeah, over here. And also over here. I don't know. I think, going back into what I was trying to say, to allow the possibility of truly noticing where it is that you don't really feel that you have no chance of creating something good in short amounts of time, but also to perceive later on that you were kind of impeding your growth by not allowing yourself also to notice what different types of problems are plaguing your work, let's say. If you don't allow those type of things, you might as well be robbing you yourself out of the chance of succeeding, kind of. I wouldn't say you fully don't let it exist, but rather that in some occasions it might be necessary to allow it, and in some others maybe it isn't that much necessary, but in these type of occasions you might as well simply let it happen and see afterwards what exists from that. But I mean, I don't know. I guess kind of crazy it is to believe that sometimes, for example, you have no skills whatsoever to try and do whatever it is that you want related to art, in the sense of you truly believe that you can't sell yourself to others if you don't work as fast as the rest do. And in that sense, I guess it comes from a side of, quote unquote, not understanding that your value is created only by and for yourself. The rest of the world might not even be capable of seeing it as you see it, I guess. But I don't know. Kind of crazy also to believe that sometimes people might be not truly valuing what they have the most. I mean, not completely crazy, more like absurd to notice that we are still not properly solving this problem that is so common to observe on people. Because sadly, at least on the people that you can get close to, you commonly see that their inquiries all commonly are connected to that same concept of I am doing bad and I am doing wrong and I am not putting I am not creating as fast as others do, when what has the best value is not the, let's say like this, you wouldn't want a chainsaw that is capable of destroying a whole tree down in a matter of seconds. You will want a chainsaw that fulfills the role of a chainsaw to properly and safely enough bring down a tree, even if it requires some physical strength and even if it requires you also to interact with it to make it properly work. You will not want to lose as much as it does to destroy the whole tree, for example. But I don't know, I think in a sense we are also maybe predicating too much the idea that it is necessary to have stuff like that happening all of the time. Like, you can't be somebody who takes the opposite, who takes long enough to provide what is requested from you. And I mean, in a more not artistic, in a more visual sense, on the artist side, the problem of, for example, nowadays, AI replacing the quality that can get brought to you by, the quality that is born from time itself, replaced by the amount of time that you can get, is truly a damaging concept, I will argue. But I don't know, I think more on that same sense, maybe the objective nowadays is to try and differentiate yourself from anything minimally similar to AI. Not that I guess I say it as, you don't really have to compete with something that is completely impossible to fight against. You can't truly equal the production speed of an artificial intelligence, let's say. Therefore, you might as well simply try to do your best to fulfill the role that you can, in the sense of, okay, well, I mean, sadly, it also happens that you might as well have to accept that you should not be so molded into what is acceptable, but rather finally start to run free with your own creativity in mind, instead of focusing or letting other completely almost unrelated stuff affect your process. I will say, I guess, yeah, in a sense, I don't know. I guess sadly it also happens that on one hand you have something of that sort happening. On the other, you have to see it and you have to notice that sadly what you are creating needs to hold a certain type of value similar to the quote-unquote canons imposed by what had already worked before, let's say. And if you are deciding to unconsciously not stick to it, you might as well be at least on your own, on what others might tell you, risking the possibility of succeeding, I say. I don't know, how to face it like that? Let me think. Okay, let me drink a mate meanwhile. How could you try to not get destroyed by that idea? Okay, I think it is kind of sad because you are trying to dispose of a certain type of art in the process, but maybe what matters is understanding that a machine will end up replacing you if you decide to go for the stereotypical art style, let's say. And therefore, you might as well simply need to create what is born from you, instead of believing that you have no necessity whatsoever of truly coming up with something artistical on your own. And sadly, it means that you will need to create something of your own if you don't have a proper unique style to you, or a more individual style. I don't mean you need to now come up with your own tools and create your own painting program, or you need to go and farm your tools to make your own art be as more valuable as it can, or as much valuable as incredibly more valuable as it can. Sorry. And I guess, yeah, kind of crazy to notice that sort of things happening and constantly taking place, let's say, in the whole, not imagination, rather, a space that occupies the mind of an artist. I mean, kind of sadly, for example, you have to trade a little bit of your your capacity to being fast, sorry, and replace it with something more like, yeah, maybe you will now need to allow your creative process to be as as good as it can be, because a machine, if you go for something stereotypical, or if you accept, let's say, I mean, I am facing it from the side also of people who has to deal with the problem of not being able of produce commissions as fast as they can compared to a machine. And if you are stereotypical, sadly, you might as well have to accept that your style, because it is stereotypical, as in something that a machine can truly imitate, because you also are basing yourself on something that is a sort of imitation or quote-unquote inspiration, whichever type of thing you want to call it, to not make it sound so negative, you sadly are going to get quote-unquote replaced, because a machine might be more capable of, as long as the creator of those inputs make them be more capable of clearly depicting what was in the mind of the commissioner, let's say, and even more with the added faculty of being free most of the time. At least, yeah, I mean, nowadays, how much? 90% of the stuff is being created, for example, by ChatGPT, something that ends up being free almost 90% of the time. You really have no motivation to pay unless you truly want to support the project. And even still, you almost don't get that much benefits compared to the average user. If you are to pay stuff like that, you truly are only supporting a cause, not really getting anything completely different from the rest, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I guess in that sense, the problem is to see or to notice how somebody might have the chance of what the fuck? It wasn't this tool? What I was using? What I was using? A rake? Ah, a rake. This. Okay. I guess, yeah, kind of crazy to see that sometimes you will have to sacrifice stuff like that. I don't know. Also, hello, Shake. Welcome. Today we are doing very fine. Very well. I hope you are also doing well, my man. I hope you are truly fine. And well, continuing with this a little bit more. After, I don't know, like 10 hours, I think at this point, continuing and enjoying some time while doing so. Let me see. Okay. I think there are still some parts that lag stuff. Man, to notice that you fail to create whatever it is that you want, what a beauty. That's well. I hope, as I said, also that you're doing fun, my main Shake. I hope, I pray, and well, let me see. I guess, yeah, I want to bring another material. Give me a check on. I don't know. So far, okay. The question is, how can you try to find something that sparks your not? I don't know. It is creativity or more like capacity of finding what truly makes you unique when you're talking about art. Let's say, maybe it happens that I see it from the side, or I try to see it from the side of some people talk about creating art as you need to find your own uh, own tools, no, own creations, in the sense of you need to let it exist, let's say. And I mean, if it were as simple as that, people will be so much more capable of creating anything artistic than what we are truly seeing nowadays. That it ends up kind of being brought into a reality that, yeah, that might not be the best way to solve that problem, because that is something that is already repeated enough times that it almost loses all sense, I would say. But maybe. What can you try, man? What? Okay, I think I have it. The problem is, the problem is if somebody who isn't artistic hears about it, they might as well think that the one who does something of this sort is crazy. But maybe in allowing to the existence of your own desires, and in the allowance that is brought by your own interest, you can find what suits you the best. As in a sense, what matters the most is not simply creating, but also showing to others that you have a proper spark of your own that might as well not get destroyed by the first of the winds that approaches your way, let's say. And in also in doing so, you might as well, let's say, no, yeah, reinforce what was already inside of you. As in a sense, when you integrate what are tools gotten to also thank you, Jake. I guess if you're going to stream later on, we're going to ride if you last long enough. So please, well, don't force yourself to stream if but yeah, enjoy it. And later on, I guess we're going to ride with my man. Thank you for passing by. Yeah, potato fried brain, I guess. Yes. But let's see. You can integrate the tools that are that pertain to the realm, let's say, of your own imagination, and also use what is common tool created by others, or that are already depicted by others, let's say. So yeah, kind of a possible way to try and solve it, I guess. But I mean, kind of crazy to hear it like that. If you, as I said before, don't have a creative spark on you. But I don't know, I mean, I guess people does have one, and simply they don't notice. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you can enjoy this week. And wait, do we have the possibility? Yeah. Let me do my proper show for once, literally for once, instead of simply going crazy here. Our man Shake, very interesting guy, very varied game player. You might as well have the possibility even of suggesting stuff for him to play. He seems very open to that idea. He seems to very much enjoy playing what others also want to see. So yeah, did I do it properly? What did I write incorrectly? I don't know what the fuck I wrote, but I write incorrectly. Anyways, there it is. Shout out to Shade. Very nice guy. Very interesting guy. Very quality gameplay streamer. So yeah, that is what I was saying. And yeah, I don't know. I will try to argument that the possibility of creating something artistical of your own might be interesting, but no worries, my man. Thank you for passing by. But I guess, how can you try to properly address something of that sort? Let's say. let's say, how can you, I don't know. Twitch Studio, what? You utilize Twitch Studio? Wow. I, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to see that you utilize, kind of crazy to see that. I guess, yeah. I don't know what are the default sounds of Twitch, I guess, but I mean, you use what you want. I hope you, as I said, if you stream, I hope we can catch you later on and we can properly read it to you, my man. And yeah, no worries. Always a pleasure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is too much creativity stuff being always talked about here. So we could simply move into something different, I guess. I don't know. No, I mean, yeah. Okay. I don't know if you really need to hear it or not, but let me try to properly tell you this. It isn't that OES is more professional. It is that if you understand the ropes around it, it ends up being more intuitive and more easy to set up. Twitch Studio should supposedly be a better alternative that, for example, Stream Elements still, but the problem is you have so many tools that make your life easier on the different plugins and add-ons that you can find on OBS that is why people tries to say that it is better, not that, wow, you can make it more professional looking. Simply, you can integrate more tools and get basically less worried about problems that arise from different streaming things that you end up noticing, let's say. But yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't even mean that you have to feel any type of pressure over switching or not utilizing what the rest uses. Sometimes when people try to say or to recommend what is quote unquote the best alternative or the best by default program, they forget to take into account that if you don't experience it, you might as well not get why is it that something like that is getting recommended. But yeah, don't worry. I will kind of say. Okay. Yeah. I guess, yeah. Yeah. In that sense, yeah. That is what I didn't get then. Yeah. Understandable, my man. Don't. Yeah. Yes. Don't. Don't overwork yourself. No. Yes. Completely take it easy. If you want to take it easy, literally take it easy. I guess, yeah. I didn't get that at first. Sorry. Yes. Kind of crazy to see stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. You're creative. Why not take advantage of that? Huh? I don't know. Let me see. Did it really change? I tried to add more stuff and I literally see no fucking change. This is quality content. Man. Anyways. Yeah. I mean, that is also the problem. What I was saying is completely understandable from that side. You have so many tools and so many things that make your life easier that you end up getting really into the loop of, wow, let's see, I can integrate all of these different things into my stream now. Wow. And after I did it only once, or I allowed it to happen only once. After doing so, I ended up like with new 5 different plugins and sort of stuff. And when I noticed what I did, I kind of went back and deleted everything. It truly robs you of the possibility of also making it more simple and enjoyable, because at the end of the day, it isn't the flashiest stream that is the most entertaining one. It is rather the really born out of a place of interest. So yeah, understandable, I guess. Not that I guess, I mean, it's observed when it happens. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it is necessary for me to say it, but maybe taking advantage of that wish to create is nice, Maybe at the end of the day, you can create whatever it is that you want, I don't know. Too much preaching is bad. Sorry. Why can't fucking use this? There it is. Also here. Okay, there it is. I don't know. This is too easy enough to make a simple Vtuber stream with just a game and some alerts, so I noticed them, and that's all I want. Worst part, even with using it, my mind slowly inches towards that serious streaming mindset, and I keep trying to min-max Twitch to... Well, I mean, yeah, that is, in that sense, that is why it is truly beneficial. It doesn't have that many things to make it, quote-unquote, as professional as OBS. So, I guess, yeah, you kind of truly solve the problem in that sense. The only part is to still find calm inside of your own mind, let's say, to not allow the mental desire to now completely swap everything that you are doing into the most quality intense stream. Because, yeah, if you talk about it, I guess you also know about the problem that it is to try and do stuff like that. So yeah, very beneficial to have found a solution. Now only the mental part, the mental game, is what needs to be taken care of. But if the tools also allow it, then the rest is not so hard to properly deal with, I guess. Yeah. I guess that is what takes the most time. But as I said, kind of wonderful almost to notice that you have found what helps you to not deal so much with a problem like that. I mean, some people might not even notice that they are going or are changing their focus so much. And in reality, when you are doing something for the sake of enjoying it, if you don't notice that at some point you start to take too much quote unquote advice from people that don't take it as simply as something enjoyable, then yeah, it is kind of distractful, let's say, and yeah, very damaging to the mind. But seeing that you already went through a phase like that and now can try to take it more with calm is very good, I would say. No, I mean, it isn't weird. I guess it will be weird to explain it to somebody who never streamed, but you can notice if you have a stream for any amount of time, you can understand why it happens, let's say. And it is completely understandable. At the end of the day, one doesn't really want also to find themselves devoid of all intent to stream. Let's try to say. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes it happens that people truly, I guess, from a place of own experiences, one tries to advise what they already went through. As in a sense, when I use stuff like that, basically not obvious, that is when I learned how much greater it can be to utilize it. But on the other side, one also forgets that a possibility like yours is still very latent, let's say, and very possible to see. And I mean, not very possible, literally, we are finding it here, Amazing. I guess, I don't know, if you're trying to it is kind of hard to truly say anything good to you because I see it from the side of my man. Why did you give up? No, Jake. What did you do, Jake? What are you doing, Jake? But sorry. I don't know. Stay chill, Jake. Stay chill. Do not take it so hard on yourself. I mean, you also say it, and you keep constantly in your mind that you want to take it as something enjoyable. So Very nice. Very nice. Let me see. Is this properly okay? Did I forget to do any? Here. Here. Or here. Let me fix this. Weirdo? No. Understandable, I mean. Completely understandable. If you see it happening, you can comprehend what it means. As I said, I guess only those who never went through a process like this one will have a hard time seeing what you're talking about. But that is still also part of the enjoyment of this, to hear so many people saying so many stuff about so many topics, sometimes that they don't even know. Okay, I think with this I can try to call it finish, I guess. Let me see. No, wait, I left so many fucking pixels here. I hate this. Is it finished? Is it? Can I truly say that? Let me try to enter it a little bit more over here. I guess so, yeah. I guess with this we can try to call it finish. For the sake of not spending hours upon hours. Fuck! Fuck, I muted. I didn't mute. Fuck. Anyway, sorry. It was bound to happen at some point. Shit. Others is what I do for debuff. Like an example of me creeping towards that pro streamer mindset is me making a whole array of audio changes in Twitch Studio so that I have no direct VCO source use and only separate channels. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess at the very least you can try to see it from this side, to not worry so much. You worry because you want to make it good, and it is bound to happen if you truly are feeling passionate about what you're doing, I guess. And that is sometimes something that people doesn't really found on themselves and have the chance of creating, let's say. So starting with that already and having it existing on you is more than beneficial for whatever it is that you are trying to go for. In this case, we're obviously talking about streaming, but to see that you have it is better than to have to struggle with finding it. And on the other side also, you are constantly trying to keep it balanced, I guess. So both sides very, very well. I mean, you might as well be having the possibility of having a head start compared to others, let's say. So I wouldn't see it as something so negative. It is truly something that other people will wish they had. The possibility also of having the capacity, for example, of focusing on their different problems instead of letting them exist and play their own creations is an incredibly big capacity. Not simply a capacity in the sense of, wow, you're capable, but rather in a truly noticeable way to deal with your problems, let's say. Something that in that sense that is why others wish to have it, because they can't truly find it on themselves to sit down and decide to, wow, let's see how I can fix all of these things. So, I mean, it isn't always so bad to be like that. As I said, having an intent behind what you do is always better than not have any at all. And simply, it obviously was at some point born out of boredom, but to try and make it as good as it can be, because it can be better, is also incredibly beneficial, I would say. Okay, I am overworking this, I think. Let me see. I am done with this. Can I say that I am done with this? I am done with this shit. Anyways. I guess I will have to work on the street now. Fuck. Anyways, let me take this color over here. And this. Wait. Let me make it a little bit brighter, like this color around, around this color. And wait. I think I can do something like a little bit brighter on this side. Do not make it so shiny still, or not so pale. Sorry. Let me see. Crop. Let me start by cropping this over here. I guess I can't zoom out. No, fuck. Oh my god, I didn't knew that. Wait, let me properly adjust the camera like this. Okay. I don't know. I have been also thinking a little bit about focusing, let's say, on doing anything particularly beneficial for oneself. And the problem that we have nowadays with properly talking about it, because I think we have reached a point in which on one side you have people truly trying to say that it is good to do so, and on the other you have so many already failed kind of projects that try to go for something of that sort, that now you can see we might as well be dealing with the consequences of our actions, in the sense of, we could truly be dealing with something less harmful, let's say. Yet we have to find ourselves struggling to properly convey anything of that sort and properly destroy any of the individual's problems that arise from trying to deal with anything of that sort. I don't know. I guess it is kind of crazy to see that in so many areas we're kind of neglecting health, and not only healthcare but also health itself. Like, I don't know. The problem is, who can you truly blame for it if you can try to blame somebody? I guess the best type of thing is always to try and blame the individuals, but if the system itself isn't even trying to teach them why attitudes like that might be harmful for their lives, as in, anything damaging related to health, being sedentary, not eating enough, eating too much, all of that stuff might as well be hard to properly describe how it is that you can deal with them in a manner in which it doesn't sound that you're completely also condemned to suffer, let's say, because in some cases professionals also make it sound like you're acting too late, you're now going to completely die, when in reality it doesn't have to be like that, It doesn't need to carry such a negative message, I will say. But I don't know, I think part of the process is also to try and see what fails and what can't be utilized properly, without losing any lives in the process itself also. Like, you can see how can you influence someone, and if it doesn't work, you don't let them fucking die. Sorry. But you try to make the best of your efforts and the best of your conscious activities to help those who you notice you didn't have the chance of properly conveying your message to, let's say. But I don't know. I guess it is kind of crazy to notice that, for example, supposedly nowadays, so many games of healthcare revolve around supposedly healthcare, not healthcare, sorry, money, supposedly. While on the other side, that is also the problem. In the other side, you also hear people saying, but we're literally doing our best. We lack so many rest. We deal with so many problems, and we are overworking ourselves also to fucking death. When we are trying to help people to understand the importance of their actions. So, can it be a certain type of narrative that was created for the sake of impeding this type of actions? Can we say that? Can we notice that? or not can we notice, can we try to argument in favor of that? I wouldn't truly say so, but it is still might as well be a potential side of it, in the sense of you might believe that what you are doing in some ways carries any particular message, in the sense of what has already happened has tainted all of these processes, let's say, as what is a good example? Okay, the best example always I think is once you burn yourself with milk, now you start to believe that all the cows are dangerous because they produce milk. The same theory, quote unquote, or concept can be transported into healthcare. Because in the past we had so many problems, nowadays we believe that we are truly in a very worse state than in which we really are. In the sense of, I don't know, negating to us the chance of exploring and even more discovering anything minimally related to, how to say it, of noticing what is real advice coming from real professionals, let's say. But how to say it also, how to continue this idea? How can you try to solve it, for example? I mean, it is incredible. I think a quote unquote proper thing to say or to try and do is, wow, what if you try to teach people more about this? But I mean, okay, it literally doesn't mean anything. It doesn't really convey any particular idea whatsoever. You're simply saying, do your work. I guess, yes, okay. But yeah, how do you try to solve this type of stuff properly? Let me ring a matter before I try to find a solution of it. We can try to attribute, okay. We can try to attribute some type of, not, obviously not so negative trauma, but still trauma. And we can say that this type of stuff, as it was born first and foremost from people that had bad experiences with, in this case, healthcare system, you can try to see how it is that their past experiences can be responded properly nowadays, as in you expose them, not that is the problem with exposure. The word exposure itself makes it sound like you're going to get them into the utmost healthcare part of a hospital. No, you simply show them, let's say, you show them that stuff isn't as bad as it was before, and not simply everything, rather what was their bad experiences, perfectly so that they can, quote unquote, only see and only deal with it. This is fucking pavement. Why is this so white? What the fuck is this city? Anyways, I just noticed and I am already too much into this. I am not going to change it. What the fuck? This is too fucking late to change it. Anyways, man, I fuck up. Yes. Anyways, going back to it. I was trying to say, you can try to show people that what they experienced as bad before has been already solved nowadays. And not simply show them, but allow them to go through those things in a manner in which they face the problems that they had before, without also getting so bombarded by what was their own bad experiences also. Because even more truly, to a high degree, you notice that these type of things happen, quote unquote, sadly, from the side of their beliefs, impeding them the capacities and the desires to see a good, see a good thing and have faith on those systems working properly once again. As I mean, it works like that, that sadly people truly believes that things are completely incapable of working properly like they did at some points. Because I think it is like that, no? That if you believe that something is wrong, it was because before you had a notion that it could have been not so wrong, let's say, no? I guess. I don't, yeah. Yes, the problem is, in these cases, I lack proper knowledge about what I'm trying to talk about. Fuck. But I will hope so that you will notice problems, or you will try to work on problems because you also notice what is an incredibly crucial part of them. As in, you believe that there was something potentially good on it. I mean, for example, here, I am talking out, sorry, from a side of, I believe that the healthcare system isn't as bad as other people tries to make it sound. And while doing so, it sadly happens that you can notice how many bad experiences already exist, not only from the personal side, but even more from a whole societal side, I would say. And if you can try to properly address all of those situations, you are kind of not truly getting to solve the problems that exist inside of these realms, as sadly they have to deal also with a proper notion of them being born, let's say, from a place of, from a place of completely bad praxis and damaging experiences to the people. It isn't that, wow, they went, I don't know, they went to the dentist and they saw a machine spinning too fast and now they are traumatized. No, you might as well have gone to a dentist and this guy could have perfectly drugged you so much that you couldn't even properly function for some days, and he didn't even remove what was necessary to remove. He said, you know what, we're going to remove all your frontal teeth, let's say, for example, when in reality you only needed to get, for example, remove one damaged part of one teeth, something that literally had nothing to do with what the quote-unquote professional did. So yeah, I guess that is the problem itself, to try and see how you can address those problems without overworrying and without triggering once again those bad experiences from the people that went through them. I mean, maybe it is too much of a focus on the psychological side of it. I guess, not that I guess, you can see it, you can notice that another part of the problem is how much things cost and how much things end up needing to have money utilized on, let's say. Because sadly, it doesn't happen that people avoid sometimes going to the medic because they had a bad experience, but rather because they don't have the possibility of paying X amount of $1,000 for the sake of getting one, as I said before, one rotten teeth removed, for example. So I don't know, I truly don't know in that sense how you can, yeah, quote unquote, a proper solution is to try and allow healthcare to be less costly. But I mean, a problem is we try to make it be completely efficient in the sense of having it produce as much money as it can. So maybe it isn't, not that it isn't a solution. Maybe you can make professionals now start to make stuff not so costly, out of nowhere almost, I guess. So yeah, kind of crazy to see it from that side, I would say. But I don't know. I still don't know. Let me see. Let me try to work on this for a second. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Could I make it too short? Did I make it too short? Yeah, I made it too short. Let me see. How did I make such an error? What happened here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah, I know what happened. This pixel I need to fix. And this one. And this one. Okay. I think I have it. I have a proper solution for the problem that I myself created. Let me also fix this. I don't know how long is this. 1, 2. Okay. Only 2. Okay. Something like this. Or well, more like 3 in reality, you know? I don't know, truly crazy to notice stuff happening, let's say, simply. But I mean, that is also the fun part of this, too. Huh? I failed. I failed. My image. Which image? This whole thing. This whole project. I mean, there are. The problem is the quality impedes to observe it properly. So we need to slowly zoom in because the stream quality and also I mean this takes so much space that even if I were to have at maximum quality everything, there are so many quote-unquote details or tiny stuff that you can see. For example, from this side, you can't even notice that supposedly where I was working on should be a bench. So, for example, we can zoom into this, and you can see that there is a tower and there is a ladder, and there are some balcons, I think they are called, and there is also, for example, this side over here, this another entrance to another random building. But if we zoom out from afar, you can't even notice that those things exist. Or you can, I don't know if you can see it on Twitch, there is something around here, and the more you zoom, the more you find the details, and you notice that this is some type of ventilation or something like that. And for example, if we zoom out once again, you won't even notice that there is something on this other, the rightmost building, tiny building. But if you zoom in, you see that quote unquote it is a dragon, quote unquote. It doesn't really is, but we assume that it is because we're crazy here. But yeah, I guess there are too many details. Yeah, how the fuck is my going to notice them? Oh man, no, this is so sad. I didn't want to think about it. Let me try to also fix this. I noticed that I kind of did it wrongly. Let me work this. I don't know, I guess that is also part of doing something for the sake of enjoying it yourself. In many occasions, I guess, it happens that people won't even have the possibility of truly noticing what you created, so having in mind others for the sake of, wow, are they going to give praise to my work? Might as well be kind of detrimental. You should only do it, not only, I mean, you should try to do it for the sake of enjoying it yourself, not focus so much on others, I guess. And also, I guess, thank you for looking. No, don't worry about time the replies. I guess no, I also do the same. I'm watching something, doing something else when I am watching someone else stream. So yeah, I tend to also have some delay between my responses. Literally no problem, man. I don't know, the only kind of thing that I will say, probably, you shouldn't want to have this audio playing on your stream. I think people doesn't enjoy hearing others. I don't know. I say it as not a real feedback, but rather advice that I guess people get angry. I don't know. I don't truly know. Okay. Fine. If it isn't playing, fine. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we tend to always hear stuff when we are doing other stuff ourselves. I don't get what people gets angry about it when it happens. Like, oh no, my stream isn't completely paying attention to this. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, understandable. Yes. Completely understandable from that side then. Yeah, I mean, properly doing the work to afterward. Have to not worry about the consequences, I guess. Very nice. Let me see. What is a wood color? Did I have no wood colors over here? I guess, yeah. I guess I am going to use the fucking potato colors. Fuck them. Let me go to here. Mm-hmm. Wait, I would guess I can check later, but it happens that maybe you can't run multiple stuff at the same time. That is also, let me see. I forgot about it. Yeah, we have some like, I ended up adding, we should supposedly not have that much delay. We are right now having like 1.3 seconds of added delay because my PC had been lagging on the side. And yeah, kind of sad. No, kind of sad to see that. Anyways, this is so sad. But yeah, let me see. I guess I can fix this. So this are these colors fine? I guess so. No. I guess yeah. The only crazy thing will be to see how is it going to be observable. Probably not later on. I guess. Let me try to do it. Let me try to zoom out once again. How does it look? Yeah, you can't fucking notice that bench over there. I failed to create that. Oh no! Why do I do so many tiny things? Literally nobody is going to have the capacity of seeing them. This is quality content. Ah. Well, let me come at meanwhile. I don't know. Kind of crazy. What? What a beautiful thing it is to stay hydrated. Anyways, I don't know. So far, I think we are doing kind of great here. We are finally. No. We aren't really reaching the final steps of this satellite. You are still having a long stretch to go about this. And I guess, yeah, I am going to be fucking sad when I upload this and the Twitter destroys the quality. I know it. That is the best part. I know that it will happen, but well, I mean, at the very least, I enjoyed creating this quote-unquote art piece. Yeah, this isn't fucking art, sorry. Sorry for slandering your show. Artist, I know this isn't art, but I want to take pride on my show. I don't know. Anyways, let me see. Okay, there we have it. Benching. Yeah, I guess I can try to work on the building or not. I think, yeah, I don't have anything really. Kind of a problem to try and make something white, taking into account that I already use a color like that over here. Problems arise in paradise once again, or something like that. Let me see. Let me try to make this look like. Okay. I am angry. I am hearing more and more the potato stomach do rumbling noises. I guess I am angry. Sorry. Hungry. Yeah, what's. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I get. This is completely schizophrenic stuff, but I was thinking about it, and I think there are some ways in which a human can increase their what is it? What is the word? Their digestion speed, in the sense of you can utilize it to make your whole. Okay, by knowing how your muscles work on your stomach, you can also consciously alter the way in which they move. In the sense of, I learned about it, and I reached the conclusion that probably, I guess it is hard, yes, but it shouldn't be impossible to create a way in which you can, by moving your own muscles consciously, the ones that do the same work that the stomach constantly does of revolving around the food and making it be digested, and also tumbling it to not keep it in the same place in the case of something being stuck in areas in which digestion juices are not reaching. If you can do it consciously, you probably have a way to increase your metabolism speed, supposedly. But supposedly the human has the capacity of controlling their different muscles to that degree. But the problem is how you can see it happen, and how you can even more increase the occurrence of such type of events, I guess. I don't know. I think it is also completely out of my mind to try and talk about stuff like that. As I am in no way a dietist, so I am literally talking bullshit probably. But yeah, I want to hope, I want to have hopes in that I might as well find something interesting in that side of knowledge, let's say. Okay, I think with this we can say that this is kind of done, no? Yeah, let me probably my show of selecting all of this like this. Okay. And also I said, alright, I tried to talk about something like that because I have been also analyzing and also consuming all of this information about different types of meditation and how they affect the body. And even more if you consciously put your mind into it, how they all get into play, and you can utilize that stuff to influence the way in which your body works and all of that concepts, let's say. So that is why I decided to believe that this is supposedly something possible. I believe that also it is crazy to try an argument in favor of something minimally related to that idea, but I wish to believe. I wish to stay hopeful in the sense of maybe this is a good discovery. I would have never, for example, known that simply eating spicy food literally increased your metabolism rates as it did. So maybe it is something that can also work. As it seems that, for example, tying back to what I was trying to say on meditation, supposedly when you can consciously meditate, focusing on any type of idea, the different concepts of not only meditating for the sake of the mind, but meditating for the sake of the body, in the sense of you allow your mind to stay focused on something that is particularly happening on any place of your body. This was more than anything else proven with patients who have physical damages going on and different types of fractures, lesions, and not so, car accidents. And supposedly the recoveries were increased. So supposedly this could have another use in the sense of you might as well have the possibility of working on this, but I don't know. I still believe that it might as well be complete craziness. Maybe you never know if it can happen like that, or you can truly take advantage of something of that sort or not. One wishes to believe, let's say, as maybe it comes from the side of one wants to find solutions or easier solutions than the average, but maybe I am putting too much of my intentions towards making it quote unquote be a good argument in the sense of in reality it isn't even close to being easy to try and make your muscles even less in a place like the stomach move consciously. So you should have no possibility whatsoever of believing that it will be an easy thing to do and an easy path to take in life. It is kind of the opposite, that you might as well suffer so much because you want to make it work, that maybe it ends up working after, I don't know, maybe years, maybe only weeks of trying, but constantly and completely consciously trying, not simply, wow, I wish my system worked better, and therefore it somehow happens that it works better. No, maybe you can find it that it really works, but after you spend, I don't know, hours upon hours of making it work, something that also might as well get in play with the whole concept of to which degree consciously working on problems makes them get solved, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think by simply occupying your mind with the idea of not aging, you're not going to age as much. Kind of the opposite. Even if it preoccupies you to such a degree, you might as well simply start increasing the amount of aging that your body is experiencing. Even more because aging is not only related to human factors, but to the quote-unquote quality itself of your, not the quality, the amount of preoccupations that you hold, let's say. So yeah, I don't know. I truly, once again, don't know anything. Let me see if I can do this. Let's wait a minute. Can this work properly? Oh, okay, yeah, very fun. Amazing. I did it. I created a proper selection mask without killing everything else in the process. Okay. Now I only need to fill, but anyways, did we lag once again? Wait. Yeah, we're lagging once again. Another how much? Not that much. A quarter of a half a second to delay. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, nobody can stop me from saying bullshit. So I might as well simply keep going on that. You know? I would simply keep going on bullshit. You know, maybe the possibility lies also in the concept of analyzing how your body works. Therefore, when you realize how it works, it is that you can try to, let's say, take apart all the different movements that are involved in that and see that, for example, maybe you don't have the chance of directly moving at a completely conscious manner all of those things inside of you, because at the end of the day, I don't think that many people has the possibility of manipulating their visceral things, let's say. But you can try to find in which ways, by doing other related stuff, like for example exercise, I will guess, you can do the same thing. I mean, for example, if we are focusing on the idea of in the stomach, you have your intestines are related to digestion, and by trying to stimulate them, you can get your whole body to, once again, digest food as fast as it can. Maybe this sort of solution lies on seeing it and, let's say, taking it apart from the side of you observing how it is that all of those things work, and by doing the most closely stimulating exercises, once again, yes, triggering those mechanisms that lie quote-unquote dormant inside your body. Because, I mean, if I'm not wrong, one of the best things that help digestion is, for example, not simply sleeping, but lying, if it isn't directly up front, obviously with your head a little bit above the rest of your torso, it is with, what was it? Facing your whole body to the left. Something like that is also something interesting that might as well be worth considering for the sake of believing that you have a chance at modifying stuff like that. Maybe, you know? I guess, we never will have the chance of truly observing how much of an influence stuff like that has on different systems of the way, at least nowadays, I think. I mean, no, maybe we have the machines. We have never really explored the possibilities from that side, maybe. But believing that really science is so far behind makes no sense whatsoever, at least on my mind. When you could try to not be so aggressive towards anything of that sort, you know. But, well, I mean, who the fuck will care if I say science is wrong? I mean, I am not attacking any particular scientist. I am not saying, wow, this whole bunch of people is incapable of doing their work. No. I'm simply saying, you know, we have the tools. What if we start to test from that point instead of believing that there is nothing more to discover so far? At the end of the day, I guess in that sense, I can't really defend myself against the cow aerodynamics allegations, you know? Maybe there was an intention behind them that the rest of the world couldn't really notice, you know? So, by allowing stuff that seems completely random to happen, it is that you get results that you would have never expected if you did otherwise. If you only prioritize, for example, what seems to be the most natural thing, let's say. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of crazy to believe like that. Or to try and make an argument of that sort. Also, now, I'm thinking, is this going to be visible over here? I guess, no? Yeah, it seems it is going to be visible. So, wait, this 3D is still stretching on this side. Let me try to fix this. Man, how much do I need? Okay, I think over here, this is how much it broke, no? I guess. Yeah, I guess. Not that I guess, I know I struggle a fucking lot with lines. And even more with directly in straight lines. I think like that, it doesn't break that much. I guess, yeah, let me drink a mat. Give it so. Wow. Hydration. Hydration check. I don't know. Where are we? Okay. Let's see. I think I can fix it from here onwards, no? I guess I hope I can. Also, wait. I didn't check that. How much I have in the stream already? Huh? Almost an hour and a half. Ah, okay. Not that much. At least not today. That much. Well, anyways. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't know. I always notice, or not notice, I guess, how incredibly crazy it is the amount of information that the brain can store, you know? I wouldn't have ever expected to talk about so many completely random and almost unrelated topics. And I guess also the capacity of trying to connect them all together is what makes it even more interesting. Because I have no reason to do so, yet still it is almost instantaneously born out of me that I do my best to try and make them have a coherence behind them. I don't know. I guess that is one of the beautiful gifts of being an animal that can talk, you know? At the end of the day, being entertaining with words and getting also, I mean, not only being entertaining, but also being entertained by what you yourself say is amazing. I mean, yeah, I don't know to which extent it is true that, for example, I am entertained and it doesn't get closer to the idea of being too self-centered, as in, wow, I love to hear my own voice, wow, I don't know. I guess it is more the side of trying to see what more I can find about what I have been already talking about. In the sense of all of this stuff has to deal with, you know, what I have been already thinking and what I have been already trying to explore and progressing even more on that front. Very, very nice, I guess. And obviously very wonderful to see that it can work so incredibly well. Because one will believe that after, I don't know, so many hours they would run out of things to say, when in reality almost the opposite. Only more and more things keep appearing. And I mean, that is also the problem with believing that thinking isn't necessary. Fucking hell, no. It is one of the most beneficial things to do in life. And to allow it to happen consciously is also one of the best gifts that we can have. Because exploring stuff and deciphering what plagues your mind with questions is incredibly beautiful. And even more, doing consciously that type of activity might as well bring one of the biggest amounts of relief that you can have. Because at the end of the day, even if they are not occupying a physical space like rubbish, they still have a place in your mind and they still occupy a place in your consciousness. When you decide that you are going or you were going to think at some point in your life about any particular concept and afterwards not pay any attention to it whatsoever, when in reality you almost have a necessity over seeing them and letting them be clear, let's say. Wait, this is too much. So yeah, I guess in that sense, it might come from pridefulness, because I was going to say very pride about it. So I guess, very fucking proud of that one. Problematic, probably. Are we going to deal with that problem now? I prefer to have it like that. Self-conceited, that is the word also. Yeah, here now that I am delining this other already existing line, I can notice once again how horrible I did my only work. Okay, I guess over here I can stop working now. Out this, let me see. 6, no, 2. Not 4, 2. 2, okay. I mean, going back into it, I guess it still is one of the most wonderful things to notice how many complete unrelated things can be held together in your mind, and how much knowledge you can store about topics that at first might not even seem related, and might not even seem interesting to others, because at the end of the day, you somehow find them interesting, and you qualify them as worth of your time to think, and worth of your time to analyze, and worth of your time to obsess over almost. That's, in some cases, I guess, the most important part is always to try and have, I guess, a healthy obsession about different things, because at the end of the day, it also means that you are noticing the benefits of doing so, not simply working or not on them, but also noticing which benefits you can get out of doing something of that sort. So yeah, very nice. No, I guess I want to work on this. I want to work on something kind of round. The only problem is I think I don't have that many space to do so. Let me think. Let me think something. But I mean, also, I forgot to say it. I think I interrupted myself when I was talking about it before. That one of the biggest benefits of doing something of this sort, not this particularly, doing anything creative, allows you to also see and to notice in which ways it is that your mind is constantly holding different thoughts about all things, in the sense in which you can correctly predict, let's say, or I don't know if prediction is the word here, correctly assess if what you're using your time on is worth of that or not. Because yeah, most of the time it also happens that maybe you believe you are doing something good with your time, but the revelation itself of you incorrectly using it for something that might be unnecessary to do could also allow you to get free of the free yourself from the revelation also of now you can keep doing what you wanted to do the most instead of overworrying and overworking yourself on things that in the end you never really wanted. Because that is also, I mean, I think I talk about it too much because in other places it isn't talked about enough. That sometimes you can really believe that what you are doing is interesting to you, when in reality it is only born out of boredom, not really a place of wow. I see so many potential and I see so many interesting things on things. That is why I work on it. Rather, you simply decide to somehow give it the quality of interesting because you want to believe that you are doing something interesting, let's say, when in reality all of the things that you are doing are born out of a place of simple boredom that drives you, once again, as I said, to believe that that thing which you are doing was beneficial to you in any particular way, when in reality it obviously isn't like that. But I guess the problem is you have to come into acceptance that sometimes you, for example, are not truly capable of noticing this type of stuff at first hand, and you're not truly capable of associating concepts related to it in a degree or in a level in which you can stop worrying about if what you're doing is worth or not of your time enough, let's say. But I don't know, I think in some cases the problem also lies in stuff like believing that you will be always capable of noticing which problems are you allowing to exist and which problems are the real ones that you need to get rid of, let's say. I don't know. Kind of crazy to see it from that point of view. I mean, sadly, once again, as I said before, you might be taking too much responsibility if you believe that you can deal with such an incredibly deep problem out of the blue, let's say. I don't know. Consciousness, my friend, being alive, existing. Okay. I think that we are fine, so now I can finally go back into this. No, I forgot. Okay, there we have it. It's so bad. Now, how do I want to make it? I think something like beam. Yeah, okay, beer. This thing needs to be beer. Something along the lines of. I mean, also, how much space it is going to occupy? I mean, Twitch is fucking big, and this supposedly is a plaza. I didn't know this amount. I didn't have into consideration the perspective, and that things should be one bigger than the other one. Man. Okay, is the Twitch sign incredibly big? Or is the whole plaza incredibly tiny? I mean, okay, as a reference, the bench seems to be tiny, no? So I guess the Twitch sign is big, I guess. I didn't notice that. Fuck. Anyways, quality content. Quality, beautiful content once again being created here. Let me make this once again here. Yeah, I kind of fucked up here, I guess. Man, oh my god, I didn't notice this. This is so bad. My reputation is ruined now. Yeah, quality. as always, the most admirable thing. Quality. Also, why is there no shadow tool? Like, I mean, well, maybe you can try to do something like a shadow with completely dark color or complete, okay, pitch black in an 20% opacity tool or something like that, 10% to simply add darkness to the already existing colors. But I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with real color, or what is it? Color theory, that supposedly shadows also change on themselves colors. It isn't that they simply get darker or get hotter like that. I don't know, I guess, yeah. In these cases it is that, once again, I notice how incredibly capable I am about producing anything art related. So yeah, I don't know. But let me think, what is this going to be? I mean, that is kind of a nice question. Okay. Okay. Let me try to do it like this. Increase it over here. Decrease this size to 2 pixels. Okay. Now make this stuff round like this. Yes. And make this one also round. And okay. No. Yeah. That line. Kind of hard to make an arc with my incredibly non-working hands. Okay, we have it like that, we have it like that. Wait, this needs to be more equal. Okay. I guess here I can't add, or can I add something like this? Yes? Can I? I can, what? The fuck? It doesn't look that bad. Wow. Quality content anyways. We have it over here, and we have some lines over here, I guess. I don't know, I think I kind of destroyed something when I decided to add so many tiny details. Probably the most destroyed thing is obviously the quality itself of the whole composition, because sadly you will need to zoom in, and most of the people don't even want to zoom in on the stuff, you know? So crazy to see so many details. Nobody's going to fucking notice. I love it. I love it. I love creativity. What a beautiful thing it is to be creative and to do stuff that nobody's even going to pay attention to. Yeah. Part of the show is to still create, even if that is true. Okay, we have it like this, and now, okay. I don't know. Let me think a little bit. What can we go for? What can we try to do here? Is the good question itself. Yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know. Yeah, I am kind of stuck here, I guess, sadly. So, let me continue with what I can do at the least. I think I can try to add color, and after that give it some type of form, probably, I don't know. The problem is the form itself is going to be incredibly horrible. And I will have to add too many details. Holy fucking god. I hate this. I hate why I decided to make this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we going to spend more time on this than what is really needed because of my decisions? Maybe. Anyways, we're going to deal with it because we accept the consequences of our actions here. We hold ourselves accountable. When responsibility. Wow. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, that is also the funny thing to believe that you need to not hold yourself accountable for what you do. To a certain degree, this is literally one of the most basic things to do, and to progress on anything that you want to do. If you believe that you have no necessity whatsoever of holding your actions accountable to your own existence, as long as they come from a place of consciousness, even if they were well intentioned and they ended up somehow going wrong, even if that is true, it doesn't mean that you somehow don't hold any agency over them. I don't believe that people can somehow not realize what they are doing, rather kind of the opposite. You are so conscious about all of the things that you do and all of the things in which you engage that you might as well try to do your best to keep them that way, instead of believing that you now have no necessity whatsoever of working on them. When, the reality itself also speaks in this case. If you were to believe something of that sort, and if you were to allow something of that degree of reality to infect your whole daily life, you end up at some point believing that somehow you have no agency over your own existence, when sadly it happens that you slowly relinquish all of the sides of your own existence to something that was outside of your realm of capabilities, let's say, or your realm of understanding, if it is needed to call it like that. I don't know. Anyways, the problem also exists not because people do that sort of stuff, but more like or because people believe that overall their different existences have no array whatsoever of the rest of the world itself, let's say. I don't know. I think kind of crazy to try and see it from that perspective, if we try to see it from that perspective. At the end of the day, also maybe... Yeah, I guess the problem is to which degree you can take responsibility without being overwhelmed by it. Okay, finally understanding about it. Finally, a new conclusion, because I learned about it late, some time ago, that what you need to do is to break down responsibility to the degree to which you can face the things that you need to do without being overwhelmed by them. Therefore, in this case, once again, we go back into the conclusion that yes, this is the quote-unquote solution to this old, I don't know if it is old, problem. To see that all the things that you can do have a certain capacity of being breaking down, and by breaking them down as much as you can, it is that later on you find them to be something that you can properly face without, once again, being overwhelmed by it. I guess I crazy to see it like that. Craziness, my friend. Do you know the definition of craziness? But yeah, I don't know. Also, something, for example, very crazy related to that is the amount of capacities that you develop to deal with different problems that also arise from you taking more and more responsibility. Because, that is probably the quote-unquote best solution. That you start to deal with so many things now that later on in your own life, you start to consciously take upon challenges that before you wouldn't even have thought about doing so, let's say. And now, even more, in that sense, you can believe that the things you do have any particular benefit over your own existence, when earlier they might as well have none, let's say. I don't know. Kind of crazy to try and see it from that point of view or perspective. I don't truly, once again, don't know. I think sometimes, yeah, I talk about stuff like as if I somehow knew about them, when in reality I literally don't. Wait, this needs to be aligned, that aligns with this one, so it might as well be over here, I guess. A little bit more over here. Okay. And this one only needs to align with this corner, so it needs to be over here only. Okay, I kind of forgot this line particularly. I guess. And here is once again my dilemma arising. Do I use a tool to integrate different lines? Do I leave it like that? What the fuck do I do here? Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those beautiful occasions in which I don't know. I mean, okay. I think I am kind of going crazy here, but probably you can also say the same about imagination. You can allow your imagination to rise, and you can allow your mind to wander as much as it needs to do, because it also, in a sense, correlates to responsibility, to the degree to which you can see that taking on the quote-unquote challenge that is to let your mind run free might as well allow you later on to deal with the beautiful gift that is to see that you ended up now being more capable of dealing with different situations that arise from the necessity of having a properly cultivated mind, no? But to which degree you can do it is to the degree to which you also understand which type of things you already have under your control. And I mean, yeah, not only a problem, but rather understanding that needs to be had about it is, if you are going to take responsibilities of this sort, you might as well also find yourself dealing and accepting and integrating even more into your own existence things that are not so well related to the rest of yourself, but rather only increasing things that particularly pertain one part of your obviously existence. So yeah, kind of crazy to see it like that, I guess, but it is better to work on it than to lose, for example, the capacity of imagining something. And I guess, yeah, kind of crazy that to a certain degree that even happens unconsciously. You never have the possibility of, as much as you try your best, that is something that I can't ever avoid thinking about. You can't in any way possible avoid thinking, as much as I am trying to give also a certain window for the opportunity of your mind to not do this particular job. Now, what I am going to say, you can't avoid picturing it. You can't avoid thinking about a white elephant. And as much as you try to do so, it still appears in your mind. And it still occupies your mind, even if you consciously are trying to avoid it. So to a certain degree, I mean, it might as well be a function that is constantly renewing itself because it knows it is important, to the same degree to which you also might as well keep breathing, because you obviously you know in this particular case that it is necessary, but in other areas we could find similar stuff that also gets neglected. Let's say I don't know, kind of crazy to see it from that point of view, but maybe yeah, I think sometimes I am going crazy over here, talking out the stuff as if I knew or something of that sort. Maybe, I don't know, craziness. Yes, let's say it like that, craziness. Craziness, the most beautiful thing to have. Yes. So well, let me see. We finish this part here, and I think yeah, we can start building the lines. No, can we? Can't we? I think yeah we can't. Kind of. We need first and foremost to do these other lines over here. This one over here, yeah, and this one that connects this part over here with this part over here. Okay, amazing. So, I guess I am going to do this first and foremost. This is the space of the entrance. I guess it should need to be big, no? Supposedly, you assume that something this big holds any particular, also big entrance by itself. So, which color? Which color? I guess, what colors? What colors should work, no? Let me pick the bench colors. I have them here. Like this. Okay, I don't know, yes. I think, like, this it shouldn't look that bad. I guess kind of a problem is to see that it is so. Oh my god, yes, this is too pale. Like, this is too. Not too pale, too similar one color to the other one, let's say. Therefore, let me try to add something like a little bit of black over here. Let me try to add. I guess it doesn't really need to be black, but I still want it to be black. I prefer it to be black. I mean, it makes it kind of mysterious to have fucking black to an entrance of a building. So yeah, kind of weird to see it like that. But anyways, better than nothing. Yeah, I don't like it that it is black. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Oh no. What did I do? Let me also choose here. Okay, with this I think we can now properly try to do, or at most important, by leading, that is, to try and calculate. Because I have been angry since almost the second half of the stream, I don't know why. So yeah, potato want to have nutrients, you know? Potato, potato, potato. Potato, potatoing. Potatoing. No. There it is. Amazing. You can see anything. If we go back enough, you can't even notice. There should be something about around there, sorry. You can't notice anything. This is amazing. This is the best picture I have ever created, because you can see any fucking detail if you don't pay attention. This is going to be lovely to prove later on. This is going to fail so hard. This is going to fail so fucking hard. That is part of the process to fail. Let me make these lines over here. Okay. Now these lines over here also. Okay. I guess yes, these ones too. And now, wait, this is completely different. Yeah, ones are straight upwards and the other ones are straight kind of right side. Haha, I failed once again. Let me try to make them like this, I guess, then. Yeah. Do they merge properly? Kind of, quote unquote. They do somehow. Anyways, let me close this over here. I think, yeah, I kind of forgot overall. That is the problem itself. That these whole lines do not match properly what should be the whole line structure. That is why it doesn't even look that good. Because these other ones should also go a little bit upwards. Let me see. Can I fix it? Yes, we can. Can I fix it? Yes, we can. He said, as they try to do the rest, fixing something that had no repair whatsoever. Yeah, now this. Fuck, this is too upwards. Something like this, I guess. Like this, okay, it looks better. Not so bad, but better. I still don't like it anyway. Yes. Yeah, like this or like this, I think. Okay. Let me now. I have this. Okay. Let me probably fix these colors over here. That shouldn't be over here. Okay, there we are. Yes, I guess. Okay, fine, amazing, even quality content. Drawing. more fucking drawing done once again. Quote unquote drawing. Quote unquote. This isn't drawing. Yes, anyways, here we are, done with this. Yeah, they are not equal still. Don't worry. No problem whatsoever. I guess, yeah, that is all I am going to do so far for this part of the stream. This part of the stream, this part of the day. That is what I wanted to say. So yeah, kind of crazy to see that I ended up spending a whole week on this. I guess, yeah, my incapacities of properly creating anything of that sort are so big, man. Anyways. Let me transition into here. Yeah, I guess we're done so far, basically. That is the best part of this. That we did a little bit of work. Not that much, but a little bit is better than nothing. So yeah, at the very least I know now that I don't have to worry about where are we going to ride. But let me first and foremost save this. Save. Okay. So, well, we have to wait for Krita to not crash, to hope that this whole work doesn't get lost in the middle. Well, as always, it was very nice to be here. It was a pleasure to talk, to ramble, to think, to chat, to do all of that stuff. Be it consciously, unconsciously, be it whatever. We did it, so once again, we can take pride on our advancements towards any particular goal. Very nice to see it, and very good to keep putting the hours into the work that needs them. So, now, let me check. Yeah, I think you should be here and check. No, so we're going to review. Let me also open your own tab, and basically, yeah, as always, very, very nice to be here. Very beautiful, very enjoyable time. Yeah, now we are not even sadly, we're going to live with a raid. We're going to get ourselves some beautiful entertainment in the form of, let me see, here's a stream, no? Let me check that just in case. What a fucking hungerness I have, man. Hunger Games. Hello, Twitch, do you want to work? Okay, there it is, yes. So, well, yes, as I was saying, we're raiding, no, nothing. We're simply going to raid one, man. That is all that is happening. So, yeah, that is the good thing so far. We did our build, so, now we're going to raid. Now we are going to take a break for some time, and well, I guess you can start to close this because we're going into your own channel. So yeah, let me get that ready. And well, take this. As always, you're very much breaking up. Let me see. I am lagging. Yeah, I am lagging. I didn't fucking notice. What the fuck? Wait, I think I know what was that. I didn't have the OBS focus. Sorry. Sorry. That was we're going to redo. We're going to finish this stream. We're going to get a closure. We're going once again to take a break, to take care of ourselves, to stay hydrated, stay safe, stay nice, stay hopeful as always. And now, yes, we, as I said, we're going to raid. Who? Not important shake. Doing Tarko. I hope. And well, basically that. As always, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, thanks for looking, everybody. And well, until the next occasion, we are taking some time off to get ourselves entertained with some beautiful gameplay in this case. And well, as I said, also, take care, stay safe, and even if we don't have the possibility of getting back here whenever it happens, once again, at the very least we enjoyed what we had here now. So, thanks for all. Remember to stay safe, and thanks for all the beautiful gifts that are always done here. Now, as I said, yeah, raiding who, not important shade, doing what? Tarko. Everybody, goodbye, thanks, and see you wherever it is, and if not, thanks for being here at the very least. Raid.